Girl
Welcome
Bella.
back to the channel. This is Brown Girl Bella, your beauty bestie for everything luxe, luxury news, reviews, and so much more. If you're new, how do you do? Don't forget, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tap that notification bell so you're notified each and every time that I upload, post, or go live. I'm so excited to finally bring you my Sephora picks for this upcoming sale. I'm going to leave all the juicy bits about when each tier is available to go on to the site and shop, or go in store and shop. If you are Rouge, we start on 11/1, which is right about now. So go and pick out your favorites, and hopefully this video is helpful for you if you're undecided about what you want to get. I put together what I think is a nice curated smattering of my favorites. Some are at the higher points because you know this is a luxury channel, but my bargain babes, I thought of you too because I do have a lot of picks that are lower in price. And I think for each tier, with the exception of one, I have something at every price point. So let's go get our coffee, let's go get our tea or juice or water. I already have my water right here, and we're gonna jump in and show you the Sephora favorites for the fall. Let's go. All right, you cannot start a Brown Girl Bella video without talking about the brows, because that is the first step in my beauty routine. Usually, almost always. There are some times when I might do the eyeshadow first, especially if I'm doing something that requires a lot of shimmer, and I would get fallout, so I would do my eyes first and then the rest of my face. But 9 times out of 10, you'll see me using these products for my eyeshadow. So without further delay, let's get into those brows that make me go wow. The first one I'm gonna share with you is Precisely My Brow by Benefit. Shade Twins. I have number 5 on. Yes, it is on my brows right now. And the reason why I keep coming back to this is because I not only love the tip, which you can control scrolling up or scrolling down to turn it on and off, but it also has a very stiff spoolie, which I love to use to fluff up my brows before I start with the lining of it and filling in. And then I love to brush it up towards the end just to make sure that the brows are fully covered and filled in. I have very sparse brows and my hair is very fine and thin, so I like to brush them up at the end, and then if there's any sparseness in the brow, I go back, and I'm just going to show you. I go back with the pencil side and I just start filling that in so it looks cohesive. All of my faves that I'm sharing with you with links, so that all you have to do is click the link and you're there and purchase your item. See, I took all the work out of your hands, babes. I took all of that on. Okay? So yeah, kudos. Kudos to me for making it easy for my babes. But that's what I do, boo. So my second pick that I wanted to share with you for my brows is another long-standing favorite of mine. This one is by Dior. This is the On Show Brows. And this one, if you need a little help in the hair department, I love that this has microfibers that mimic hair. So when you put it in your brow, it's actually depositing little fibers to fill in the space in your brows. I'm going to tell you, from the first time I purchased this, I was hooked. I was hooked. And so this has been my 5th, maybe 6th time that I'm purchasing this. And I don't use it all the way to the end because I don't like it to get too dried out. So when it starts to feel like it's dry, I will toss it and then go and get another one. So if we're shade twinsies, I'm 5 in this one too, boo. All right, and the last one is another one by Benefit, and this is precisely my brow wax. Again, this also has fiber, which mimics hair. This one is in a, I want to say dark brown black, because it's not fully black and it's not fully brown either. But again, it has those little microfiber hairs that, as I'm going through the brows, make touching up and filling in my brows very, very easy. So again, takes the work out of your hands. These products are great. You can try all 3 if you like, or 1, but there's something at each price point for everyone. And I stand by these brows. They look good to me. I get lots of compliments on my brows now. And trust me when I say I had struggle brows, so I know the feeling. I know the pain points. So these will take that pain point away. But I think this is the first time that I have ever had one brand be my go-to for Sephora picks. I think this is the first time, babes. This is history making. And it is Natasha Denona. And they are the I Need a Warm palette, which I think out of the 3, this one came out first. I think so. But what I love about this is, for those who thought I Need a Nude palette was a little too neutral for you, you've got, some melanin in your skin, and the blend wasn't just blending, baby. The blend was not blending, okay? So you needed something just a wee bit darker in order to blend that out and it still have staying power. Natasha Denona introduced to you the I Need a Warm palette. What I also love about Natasha Denona palettes is that anywhere you go on this palette is going to be a look. You can go straight down, straight across, up and down, in quarters. Whatever you want to do, it's going to be a look for you. So that also takes the guesswork out. If I am rushing and on the go and I don't have time to think about what should my eyeshadow look be, I just grab a 4 quad and I just go to town. They have very neutral shades in here and some that lean deep as well, but all of it is warm toned for our warm toned sisters. So again, if you didn't get I Need a Nude because you felt it was too neutral for you, then I would suggest this one because it is fabulous. Around the summertime, she popped up with this beautiful one, and it is the Golden palette. Now this is patterned after her now defunct Gold palette, which unfortunately I did not get in a full size, but I do have a mini of the Gold palette, and now I have this. And between those two, I am fully set with Gold. And again, I love the shades that she chose in here. She has some specialty shades in here, so some new formulas are in here, as well as in the I Need a Nude. She always introduces at least one, sometimes multiples of new formulas in every palette. Some of them work, some of them but I'm gonna tell you what, in this case, they all worked. I think this was a home run for Natasha Denona. It came out at the perfect time because it was summer, and I loved going in here and discovering what new things I can do for my eyeshadow looks in the summer. So yes, golden palette, that's the one for me. And then finally, her newest palette, which I actually have on my eyes today, is the Roxa palette. Now, this is for my purple lovers. This is a take on her Lila palette, which I think is still available. So if you don't have Lila, I would get it. It costs more than this one. These are all $69, but the Lila palette, I believe, is more. It's either 100 plus or 200 plus. I can't remember which number. But again, if you don't have that palette but you want something similar, this is the Lila palette 2.0. This gives you a multitude of beautiful shades. The creaminess out of these silky matte formulas that are new in this palette. All of these matte formulas are so beautiful to the touch when you put them on your brush and you swipe them over your eye. Oh my God, it's amazing. For this look, I used everything in this last row here, and I will tell you, I used a sable-haired brush to put this on, and it instantly covered my entire lid. I could have done a one and done with that shade and been perfectly fine, but I used the whole row and I love how it turned out. Very, very nice. And then in the center of my eye, I used Bolt, which is another new formula for Natasha Denona. It comes across as you rub it with your finger, which I believe is the best way to do this. It comes off with this beautiful lavender with a silver flip. And that is what is in the center of my eyes on both sides. Babes, I fell in love. And again, I am not a purple person. I have a few shadows of purple. I have a few palettes that have purples in it. But I'm not that girl that's like, oh, gaga all over purple. But this right here made me a believer. It is a beautiful curated palette. Like I said, it's the Lila palette 2.0. Very nice, a modern, fresh take on it. And believe me, you will enjoy it. So those are my picks for eyeshadow. Now I think I want to move on over to our cheeks and start there. Didn't forget foundation, but we'll talk about that after we finish everything, and I'm going to probably do foundation last just before I get to finishing sprays. So the first one that I want to share with you is by Gucci. This is Intense Plum. This came out, I believe, last year, but I so enjoy this. I so enjoy this because it gives you this beautiful hue, and especially if you're doing already purples and shades of pink in here, I feel like this is the perfect marriage of pink and purple because it doesn't lean too purple and give you like a bruised look or even that cool tone look. This is very warm and it goes on so beautifully. And I believe this year Gucci came out with another shade that is limited edition. It's currently in my cart. I think I want to pull the trigger on it, but this one here is beautiful. And then my last choice for blush is not really just a blush, it is a palette. So last year, Hourglass released 3 different templates that you can put different shades in to customize your own palette. This year, however, I did not have to go to Hourglass because I usually get the deepest shade. This time around, the deepest shade was in the packaging that I liked. So I'm just gonna pick up that during the Sephora sale. But I wanted to talk about this one because this is also on my cheeks today. I used a combination of these two, And I love the marbleized version of this blush, but I also did use a little bit of this powder here for underneath my eyes for a little brightness. And I did use this shade here for a little bit of bronzer on top of my bronzer that I used. This is what I have on my face. And again, I love that they made the deepest shade in the palette shade that I liked. But this one, I think this was for medium, but I have the deepest shade in the palette. So only on Hourglass do they give you that option. If you're going to Sephora, it's going to be whatever came with the palette would be your shade. Thankfully, I don't have to mix and match, and like I said, that is already in my cart, and I definitely want to purchase that. So I'm gonna double back and share with you my picks for mascara, starting off with my mascara primer fave. And this is from Lancome. I got this from Sephora as like one of my bonuses. And I love picking up these because they're perfect for travel. This is a great eyelash primer. It not only coats and prepares your lashes for mascara, but it also has healthy components in the mix so that it does promote long, healthy lashes. And I can attest, my lashes have been looking great lately, and again, it's because of this Lancome. So I may forego my drugstore and stock up more on this. Now for my mascaras, and I have 3 for you to consider. The first one is by Fenty Beauty. Babes, I did not know Fenty was hitting the way it was hitting with this mascara. I got this on a fluke and purchased like a travel size of it. I think it either came with the order, you know, the options to put samples in your cart, or it was one of those 100-point mascaras. I don't remember which one, but I do know that this is my second mascara that I've used this year, and I love this. It's called Hella Thick, and it is hella thick. It does give you voluptuous looking lashes, as you can see, but not only that, it also lifts all of my lashes. So I have some that are a little, you know, sparse and tiny on the outer corner and the inner corner. And what I love about the spoolie in here is that it gets in those inner and outer corners where my hairs are a little shorter, and it just brings them out. I have never seen a mascara do that until I got this. So babes, if you're looking for mascara, Hella Thick by Fenty, she's that girl. This is the Fan Fest, and I got this originally from the brand, and I loved it. This is more of a volumizing mascara, again with that cone shaped brush, but it also has a little curvature to it as well. Again, it gets into those little sparse hairs that you have on your eyelashes. I will tell you though, when you use this mascara, it's a little tricky to get off. So what I normally do is either use my micellar water or my balms, and I just lightly take my balm and run it across the lashes, and that usually gets out all of the mascara, because I go in several times for my lashes to look the way they look now. So I would say if you also need to do that, then this is your girl, because she's going to get in there and get the job done. But she's also, you know, a little temperamental, so you're going to have to use that elbow grease to get it off. But a lovely, lovely mascara. And finally, for my high-end choice, I'm going to show you the Dior Over Curl. Now, when I forget, which I normally do, to use my eyelash curler and curl my lashes, I grab this because this over curl here I use to curl up my lashes and start to give it that definition. So bomb, so bomb, so great. Such a great mascara. And I love that you don't need a lot to get that curl. For me, going once through my lashes, and I do it in sections to curl, it stays put, and I put this away. And then I go in with my volumizing mascaras and I lift and separate. I have to give you a bonus for this one because for this video, I tried the Rare Beauty, and I just got this. And what I love about this by Rare Beauty is not only what it did to my upper lashes, but what it did to my lower lash line. I have never been able to get any type of definition in my lower lashes because you can't really curl it. And my lashes, although they're naturally curly, when it comes to mascara though, when I put mascara on, sometimes it will stick out. This did not do that. I could not believe how pronounced my lower lashes were just using this. So you know I had to go in with a second coat. So I went in and boom, they popped out. And so I'm saying, put this in your cart, boo. Put this in your cart. If they have the trial size like I have here, get that and try it out for yourself if you're not too sure about what you want to get. But baby, I am getting that. I am totally getting that in my cart so I can have a full size of that. Come on, lower lashes popping like this? She must be in my bag. She must. I think we were up to bronzers, if I'm not mistaken. And so let me share with you my 3 picks for bronzer. And I'm going to start off with a liquid pick that is also for my bargain babes. And I do have it on today. This is the Say bronzer. It is gorgeous. This is in the shade Stinson. I love the doe foot applicator here. You put it right in the hollows of your cheekbones, and then I put 3 stripes across my face, and then I go in with my brush and blend it in. My goodness, this looks so amazing. I also took this on my recent trip to Italy and Paris, so I can tell you, when I wanted an extra little oomph in my face, this is it. This is what I was using. This is the LYS No Limits bronzer. This is in the shade Strength. And I gotta tell you, when I got this, I thought it was too deep for me. But what you have to do is just go in lightly. Remember how I told you with this one, I just put the streak down and then I blend out? With this one, I would do the opposite, and I would go in very lightly with a light hand, tap it in the space that you want to use. Maybe just put 1 stripe, blend that out, and then see how you look and how you feel about it before you go in with another swipe. Because this has the potential to, you know, get a little out of hand if you're just going in and wiping it down. Trust me, I've done it. And you know, had to course correct. And it's easier to add more than to take away. So I would definitely say go in with a light hand, but this is definitely worth your coins, and it's good to your pocketbook as well. And then the last pick, I gotta say, this bronzer blew me away. It has been out for a long time. This is Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Airbrush Bronzer. I have two of them. I have in shade 4 and I have it in shade 3. I use the 3 during the summertime. I'm sorry, I use the 3 during the winter time. So around now, I'll use the number 3 because it's, you know, dark, but it's not as dark. So I have this in the number 4. So I have both of them, and like I said, I switch off depending on the season. So right now, I believe I have the 3 in there. This is the 3 that I have in, and then this is the number 4. So right now, I'm still a little, you know, a little bit tan, but not all the way because I didn't get a whole lot of sun this year. So I'm still rocking with the number 3, but I will be using the number 4 probably later on when I want a deeper bronze, or in the summertime when I want to really get deep with my bronzer. Okay, babe, so for the concealer, I have again 3 contenders for you. The first one is for my bargain babes, but I gotta tell you, I must be a bargain babe too, because out of the 3 of these, this is the one that I have reached for the most. So this is another one by Say, and Shade Twins. We are in the number 18 here. And I love this because not only does it color correct, but it also gives you a little bit of brightness. Not a whole lot, but a little bit of brightness. And I love that it plays nicely with any powder that I choose for under eye, because I like to mix and mingle with my powders, and sometimes I forget what goes with what. So I love the fact that with this, it's mistake proof because it works well with any powder. It also doesn't leave any creasing or caking underneath, and it doesn't settle into my fine lines either. It is the perfect mate for a woman on the go who doesn't have time and just needs to put something on quick and get out the door. I also love this for spot concealing all over my face during the times when I don't have time for even a full face of makeup. So this doubles also as my foundation. I took this with me on my trip, and there were several times during the day that I just didn't want to wear like a full face. So I concealed my under eye, and then I spot concealed all over my face, and then I blended that in, and it was amazing. It did the job for me. All of my other suggestions are a little bit high end, but again, they do double work because not only do they conceal underneath your eye, but they also help with any spot concealing that you may want to do. So if you're again on the move and you don't have time for foundation, grab this one. This is the Dior Forever Skin Correct. And my twinsies, we are 4.5 neutral in this one. So I love this shade. I love this color on me. It works best when it is a little cooler outside. So I wouldn't use this for the summertime. I'd use something else, but this does the job. Okay, it does the job. And she's also very long lasting too, because I noticed when I use this, even in the winter months, and I'm spot concealing using just this, that it holds me down. I mean, holds me down all day. So this is another one to try if you want something that does double duty and you don't want to get foundation. She's your girl. And then lastly, this one is by Givenchy. This is the Prism Leave Skin Caring Concealer. Now you can use this year round. I love it in the summer. I also love it in the fall and the winter too. So this is one that I would say if you need something for all seasons, she's going to hold you down, because if you're spot concealing and using this all over your face, including underneath your eyes, she's going to stay put and she's going to give you that matte look that you're looking for. If you want something a little creamier, I would suggest the Dior or the Say for that creamy look. But baby, if you want a little matte in your life, this is your girl. This is your girl. And for me, I have combination skin, so I'm oily in the T-zone and across here. So I love this because when I pat this in those spaces, it gets matte really quickly and it looks so lovely on. People think I have a full face of makeup sometimes when I only just use this. So that's why I love this concealer as well. All right, we're almost there. You're holding on with me. I'm gonna do lipsticks and then we'll go to powders, and last, before we get to setting sprays, I'll do foundation. So for lips, I have been more in love with balms and with lip glosses than I have been ever in the history of doing Brown Girl Bella. Like, I know I love me some really beautiful curated lips, but honey, these lip glosses have been doing a doggone thing. So the first one that I'm going to share with you is by Giorgio Armani. This is in Honey Gleam. I think it came out in the beginning of the year or mid-year. I have 2 of these and I will be getting a third, okay? Because I want a brown, almost like a fudgy brown. I think they might have it now because it's fall, but I will be checking to see. But this one and the one that's like pink, those 2 I have been rocking this summer. I mean, rocking it to death. So I definitely want to make sure I have this on hand for next summer because it is beautiful. It goes on so nice and sheer, and it's not too sticky either. It's the perfect gloss, again, for women who are moving and shaking, women who are talking all the time and maybe using their hands like, you know, Panamanian and Bayesian girl that you all know and love. But I love the fact that a little goes a long way. It's easy to reapply too, because sometimes with glosses you have to remove everything and then reapply because they would get a little sticky and go a little funny on you. But I love that I did not have any of those issues when I used this. The Givenchy Prism Libre, which I love, they redid it this year. And by all accounts, the girlies like me who love the original formula hated the new formula. So I'm not going to mention that. But if you do have the old formula, stick with that one. Stick with that one. But here are some just as good picks for powders. The first one I'm going to share with you is by Mother Pat. This is the medium 3. It comes with a sifter so you can measure out how much you want. I am at the tail end of this, so I'll probably be done with this at the end of probably this month, if not the end of this week, because there's only a little bit here. But I already have my backup in shade number 3. I also have it in medium number 4. Which, if you just want like a little bit more bronzer, say you went in with the Say or any of the other ones and you want a little bit of deepness, but you don't want to get another bronzer to do that, that medium deep number 4 is perfect for just giving you a little bit more definition through the bronzer that you put on and really intensifying it. I like to use it during the holidays on top of my bronzer to give me an extra chiseled look, and especially if I'm contouring the nose, I will get a small brush with a little bit of that medium 4 by Pat McGrath and just go into my nose to contour up that face. So again, 3 or 4, you cannot go wrong. The next one that I'm going to say is mostly mid-tier, but again, I love to travel with this. I don't have a full size of this, but definitely worth getting. It is the Hourglass, and this is the translucent setting powder, Veil translucent setting powder. It keeps everything kind of mattified and at bay, which I love in this powder. And I also love to use it around the eyes too. But unlike some of my powders, I just keep it right here so that when I do blink or look up or, you know, move my face around, it naturally just travels up, but it doesn't settle into those fine lines. I love it for that. And then the last one that I would recommend for setting powders is this one by Fenty Beauty, and this is in the shade Honey. I also have Cashew, but I mostly use Cashew for, again, under my eyes, but Honey is my girl for all over the face. Sorry babes, I had to go and change the battery on the camera, so I will retrace where we were on the Fenty powder in Honey. I love to use this all over my face because it really helps not only mattify, but it also helps bring out a really rich caramel tone to the face. And I love the way it looks when I use this as my final step on my face. It just, the powder is very nice and finely milled. She did an excellent job on this, by the way, an excellent job. And it comes with a cover. And then I have the powder already at the ready. But again, I would go in with just a little bit at a time. Use a big fluffy brush to swirl all over your face. And I don't miss a step. I go all over my face. I hit the cheeks first, I do this side, and then I do this side. I do my forehead, and then I also do underneath my jawline as well, because sometimes I put bronzer there as well. So I want to make sure that everything from every angle looks good. All right, so again, for my bargain babes, don't sleep on Fenty. Don't sleep on Fenty Beauty. She's a rider. She's a ride or die. All right. As promised, I am going to share with you my picks for foundation. I'm going to start off with the Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydra Luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. Now, Shade Twins, although I have 22 Golden Olive, this is a little too golden for me. So I went back on the Sephora site, and what I should have gotten was the 14. But again, this was sent to me by the brand, and you're just looking at swatches on a screen without any real context. So I thought 22 would be good for me, but really 14 would probably be better. So I may go and switch that out to the 14. We'll see. But I definitely love the look that it gives to me. I love the finish that it gives to me. And it's just a really luxurious experience. I see why they called it Hydra Luxe, because it really is a luxurious experience. And how I love to use it is I would put just a dot on a synthetic brush, and then I would use that all over my face. And then if I needed a second coat, then I would go directly on the face with the second coat and just smooth it out and blend it out all over the skin. That's what I love to use and do with this product, because I feel like that gives me the most effective use of this foundation. I will also say that it does take a little setting down time. So I would use this if I'm doing my eyes first. I would do my eyes and then do my concealer and then go in with the foundation. Let it sit for a bit, maybe 10-12 seconds, and then I would go in with the rest of my products for the face. Give this a little time to settle down and settle into your skin before you start manipulating it with other things. Or you can do what's called a underpainting, where you put all of that on your blush, your bronzer, all of that on your face first, and then you will go in with foundation. I think that would be also excellent to try with this particular foundation because of the set down time. Now, if you ain't got that kind of time to be waiting for a set down, then this is what you need to grab. This is the Face Bond by Urban Decay. I actually reviewed this. The brand sent it to me and they sent me 2 colors. This is medium deep warm, which again worked perfectly for me for the summertime. But I think when the winter really hits and I lose all the color, I'm gonna have to go down a few shades. So I definitely will be looking to see what one is matched better with me and have that at the ready for when I am done with this. But I love, 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 love this. Unlike the Patrick Ta, there's no set down time that you have to wait for this. This is a self-setting foundation, which means you don't even have to set it with powder. This works on its own. If you want to use it with powder, I would use a very, very light hand and use a really fine milled powder like Hourglass that I shared with you previously to put all over the face, because this really doesn't need a whole lot to get the look that you want. So I love that. Urban Decay. Who would have thunk it? I love it. And then last but not least, this is the Prada Skin Optimizing Foundation with Broad Spectrum SPF in 17. If you are a shade twinsy to me, what I am using is DW75, so that's Deep Warm 75. This is a beautiful, beautiful color on me. I love to wear it on times where I just want to put like a little foundation on. I'm not doing too much to the face, but I want it to look very, very skin-like. This is my girl. I've been rocking with her since they came out in the middle of this year, and she's been rocking with me ever since. So definitely one to get if you're in the market for foundation. All right, we're gonna wrap up with setting sprays, and then I'm gonna go quickly into fragrance and body lotions, and then we're out of here, babes. All right. So setting sprays, I have 3 that I have been loving. The first one is the Urban Decay. This one I have never tried, but I was so grateful to get this when I got the Urban Decay Face Bond. They sent me 2 colors. The other color that they gave me was very deep. So that one I'm probably going to give to like my line sister. But this all-nighter is Extra Glow. It is a long-lasting setting spray. This does not crack any of your makeup. It's lightweight. It's comfortable. It keeps the skin feeling fresh and new. And I could not get enough of this in the summertime. You can also put this in your skincare fridge if you want it to be a little cool. But either way, whether you put it in the skincare fridge or you leave it out, it's going to give you a lovely, light, glowing look. I have it sprayed on me right now, and it is gorgeous. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see that glow, but it does give you, here. Let me demo it for you again, because why not? And it has a very fresh fragrance to it too. Not overpowering, very light mist. But again, now you can see where all this glow is coming from. This beautiful, beautiful Extra Glow Urban Decay All Nighter. Really, really good. It lasts all day. Your skin is going to look so dewy and healthy using that spray. The next one I want to share is also by LYS. I am part of their confidence crew. So if you are not a rouge and you still want 15% off, my code for LYS is LYSBGB number 10, and you will get 15% off on your purchases. This is a natural finish setting spray. I love this. This goes on very, very nicely. It doesn't spit at you, the nozzle, so it really just gives you a beautiful, healthy glow. I love the way it settles into the skin because it looks beautiful once you've applied it to the skin. The last one is my holy grail. There's a reason why she's always in my faves at the end of the year, because since day one, she clocked in and said, Shannon, I'm ready. Put me in, sis. I'm ready to slay. And that is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. This is a beautiful airbrushed look to the skin. I am going to tell you, my combo behind used to be oily by noon. If I applied my makeup in the morning, by noontime, sometimes 11:30, I looked like an oil slick. But once I started using this, it cleared all that up for me, and it made everything much matter, much more cohesive. Like, my makeup looks cohesive now. It looks like everything that is on my face blends well with everything else that's on my face. It melts off all that powder, so all you see is a face that is just pristine for you. Thanks, Dream. Give me a hand clap. That's my dog, Dream. It just melts away all the excess powder and leaves you with a beautiful, glowing, healthy looking skin. So I can't say enough about this. I forgot, I had to share with you highlight, right? This is what I have on my face right now, is the Westman Atelier, and this is in the shade Brulee. I tapped using my finger right along the high points of my cheekbones, and it gives you such a beautiful pop to the skin that looks natural, doesn't look artificial. Again, it looks harmonious with the rest of your makeup, and that's what you want. If you want a soft glam look, you want everything to be harmonious together, and this little baby does it. This one by Dior. I still think it's available, but if not, I know the universal one, which is 001, is beautiful as well. I don't have that one, but I believe it is available at Sephora as well. So if you want that one, I will leave a link for it. Let's go through a couple of my favorites for lotions and perfumes, and then we are out of here. I do want to come on and do a dedicated skincare one, but I'll do that once the sale has started. I'll tell you about some of my picks for skincare. So for lotions, and I have 3 to share with you. The first one that I'm going to share, well, the first 2 are by Sol de Janeiro. This is the original Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. I have them in the larger size. They're in my bathroom, in the master bathroom. And then I have these that I keep all around the house. And I have the Sol de Janeiro Beija Flor Elasta Cream. Now this one you can use all year round. This one has like a Brazilian nut kind of smell to it, so you might not want that for the fall winter time, but certainly now that the weather's been like all over the place. Here in the Northeast, it was almost 80 degrees. So I used this and did not have a problem. But this one doesn't have that strong of a fragrance scent to it. So I would say if you want to use one that will go with your perfumes or whatever else you're putting on, this would be your girl. And then they also have one that is in a purple tub. I have not tried that one yet, but I definitely will try it this year. And then the last one, this one is actually in my basket currently because I got this at the last fall Sephora sale. And I'm so proud of myself because although I used up all of the body wash, I did not use up all of the cream. So I have a little bit left. That'll last me to the end of this month. But oh my God, so beautiful. The scent is so amazing. So in this new set that Way has, and this is the Way body cream, St. Bart's body cream, they have now not only this in this size, but they have the body wash and they have a small size of the scrub, like a travel size of the scrub. I'm getting that. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it because I cannot get enough of this scent. Period. Full stop. I can't get enough. I'm going to get it. Okay? And when you smell it, you'll know why. You'll know why. All right, now we are up to perfumes, and I only have mid-tier and up for you here. All of these are long-lasting, at least 7 to 8 hours. Some of them last even longer than that. So I'm going to start off with the Angel Share by Killian. I was first introduced to this brand by someone who worked for Tom Ford and Killian. And he gave me Love Don't Be Shy. And I absolutely adored it. And so in that adornment of that fragrance, I discovered more fragrances that I love from Killian. And this Angel Share is amazing. The full size is in like this cognac shaped bottle. Very beautiful. But I love more of the scent profile here because it leans sexy feminine, but I can also see a man wearing this scent as well. And all of his scents are mostly unisex, so men and women can wear it. But I see with Angel Share, I would say more women than men will probably go for this. In the description box, I will leave like all of the details about the notes in this, as well as the links, so that, you know, if you look at what the profile is for the fragrance and it matches your profile of what you like in your scents, then grab it. It's a great scent. And like I said, it is long lasting. Next one I will vouch for is by Tom Ford. This is the Ébène Fumé. It is an eau de parfum. And this one I got from the brand. But I'm going to tell you, this smells so sexy. And I forget what the notes are in here. But every fall when I put this on, people compliment me on this. And I sometimes will layer this with another scent that's maybe a little bit more floral leaning. So it has more of that feminine side to it. But if you love a good unisex scent, this is a very, very good one. And I love this Tom Ford. This one has been in rotation since I got it from the brand, which was, I want to say, maybe a year ago that I got this. It's still in rotation. It's still in rotation. So definitely one to try for the fall if you're in the market for a parfum. And now the last one that I'm going to share with you is by Lieb. And this is YSL's Lieb And I believe the name of this one is Flowers and Flames. I believe that is it. And the perfume profile, which I will leave in the description box. Babes, from the moment I saw this in a Sephora here where I live, I knew I was going to get this. I knew I was going to get this because I love the original lead and I love the intense version of the lead. They have those two together as a set for $40. I'm grabbing that, and you should too. If you've never tried lead before, that's the perfect time to try it when they're giving it to you at such a small price point, because then you can determine whether or not you like it. But this one here, getting back to this, I adore this scent, but I was not able to try it in my store in Connecticut because they did not have it yet. So when I got to Europe and I went into the Paris Sephora, I sprayed this just here on my inner wrist, which is a perfect point to test out a fragrance, because you're walking, you're moving, this is heating up with the fragrance, and so you're able to smell it throughout the day. Baby, I put this on. The next day, I had already showered, took off all my makeup, went to sleep, got up in the morning, and I happened to do like this to start washing my face, and I smelled just the faintest amount of this perfume still on my wrists. I wanted to go back and get this that day, but we had so much running around to do, we didn't get a chance to go back into the Sephora store. And then I went to the store in Italy and I found it there, and that's where I bought this one. Amazing scent, long lasting. As you can see, I woke up the next morning and I had a faint like little bit still left on my wrist with this. It is both a great combination of sexy femininity and masculine strength and long lasting power. I love this. And yes, her two little friends too will be coming, and I will be trying those three together as a scent. I know the Intense is also like this one, where it's long lasting. The original lead probably lasts you about 6 to 7 hours, and you'll need to reapply it. But the other two, the Intense and this one, you don't need to reapply it. It will last you all day long. So babes, those are my picks for Sephora's sale for this fall. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new and you like what I do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and then tap that notification bell so you're notified each and every time that I upload, post, go live. And until next time, babes, happy shopping, and you have now been bellified. Take care, babes.